to stay connected. I urge you to stay clear. I urge you to stay mute and also pay attention wherever you are. All right. So you can be able to get the best of what I'm going to be bringing out to you tonight. Okay. So now I'm going to be sharing my screen, and we're going to be looking into this amazing business model together, because this business has changed our lives, not once, not twice. But I can tell you that cryptocurrency still remains the best business on this planet Earth. Why? Because we have a lot to share. We have a lot to share. All right. So I'm going to be helping us understand the business we do, and that is why sometimes when we talk about this business, we are so passionate about it. Why? Because we are so passionate about it because everything that we have achieved today comes from this particular business. And a lot of persons, a lot of testimonies we have heard, we have shared, people have shared to us, keeps us moving on daily basis. And I can assure you that every one of us in this particular place is actually going to, is doing amazing things with this particular robot. Now, when we share the stories of where we came from, it is a result of this particular amazing robot that actually shaped our journey, that actually shaped our movement, that actually shaped who we have become on this process. That when we look back, we see that most of the things we have ever achieved came from this particular space. Why? Because the crypto market can favor anyone from any angle, from any part of the country, from any part of the world. So, and anybody can benefit so much about it. And that is why whenever we share the stories, whenever we share the results, whenever we share, where we came from, we believe that there are so many who are also in this particular kind of situations. There are so many who have experienced something like that. And these individuals, no matter what, if we can be able to do it, if we're able to do it, you as well can be able to do much more than what we have done already. And we have seen countless of stories, people from nowhere, from nothing to something today. And countless of results kept flowing in. And that is exactly our joy. That is exactly our dream. So if you're following us, if you are paying attention, if you are attending our trainings, I want you to always understand that as far as you are always updated about the information of what is going on in the crypto space, you will definitely make money. You will definitely make progress using the new business model that we have today. So now when you look at this, you will definitely find out that we are in an important time in crypto space where we're expecting a lot to happen. Now, for so many of us who might not have understood the area, the zone at which we are right now in crypto market, we are at a situation where, there is a possibility of two things going to happen. From the predictions and the forecast of a lot of the smartest traders all over the world, they anticipated for the bull run to actually do up to $200,000 per Bitcoin. And when we look at what Bitcoin did, we can call it a bull market, and we can also still say that we are still expecting the bull market with our full chest. Why? Because BTC just did $124,000 and it came back to $80-something thousand. Now, let me tell you something. The character of this particular environment is very simple. Everybody is always anticipated to make the bulk of the money. Look at this. So mostly people are, while everybody was hoping that the BTC is going to do 120 something, 200,000 and 300,000 and others, all focus was there. That is why the market have to reset itself, because the main people that make money in crypto space are the people who understand the dynamics. And that is why every day we keep helping us understand that what this market is doing is not strange. All you needed is very simple something. All you needed is to pay close attention, is to understand that for you to make money in crypto space, you need to be alert. What is that alertness? Never you for one day lose hope or lose sight. We have seen this thing happen countless of time. People who bought so many coins that are holding, all of a sudden they sell too early and they didn't know they sold too early. A lot, even they sold in such a way that when they start to see what they have sold, that it was supposed to give them 100 times what they ever sold it for, they start to hate themselves. And having understand these things, we keep helping you to understand that whatever happened, you must make sure you maintain that positive attitude that have the capacity to change everything for you. It is this thing that has ever helped us in this particular space. I'm telling you the honest truth. So when you look at this particular space, for example, you will understand that if BTC decide right now to create a new all-time high, I can tell you that more billionaires will be born, more than what it has done in the entire 1 year to 2 years. We have been expecting this bull season. But I will shock you that only few percent will take advantage of this part. Why? Because not everybody have an opportunity to listen to trainings like this, where you see people reminding you about the situations, about the tempo in this particular space. And I assure you that you have already seen how things work. What we just do with this robot is very simple. We simply position ourselves that through the features this particular robot has, we can take advantage of the money that come into crypto space on a daily basis. Get the information right. Instead of waiting like so many out there who does not have the kind of information you have, instead of waiting like them, we take advantage of the daily money that comes into crypto market space. That is why you can see the total volume here today is $162.46 billion. Liquidity that came into the market today under 24 hours. And that is when we show you profits, you will understand that we take advantage of the daily activities in this market. What does that mean? It means we have an advantage. And I believe advantage is what every other person is seeking in the world of business. What is that advantage? The advantage is that instead of you waiting like so many are waiting for a seasonal moment to make money in crypto space or in a trading environment, you are taking advantage of the day in, day out activities of that market that form that particular season. And that is why you saw that we broke so many records, made a lot of money when the market was moving up. And immediately markets start to calm down. Some people are calling it crash, running away from the market. And we are making the highest money that we have ever made in this particular space. What do you think is happening? It is just the understanding of the time and the seasons. It's just the understanding of how this particular environment works. And it's exactly what we have tried to help as many as possible understand. That at any situation in crypto market, at any situation in trading, you are at advantage. That is why you see that whether the market shines red or the market shines green, we always bubble on profit. Tonight, I'm going to go in details about these features of this robot, different robots. I'm going to help you understand how these robots work. I'm going to go into details with some of them. That's why I urge you to stay active and undistracted. Because some of us will attend training. At the end of the day, you will be wondering, hey, what did I learn? Pay attention. Now, but first, you must understand that those who make money in crypto market, those who make money in this particular in trading space in general, are those who stay tuned with positive attitude. It is just that simple. With positive attitude, because the market will want to help you, shift your attention to what is not relevant. And once your attention starts to be shifted, all you keep hearing is testimonies of those who are focused. And that is why we try to bring everybody's focus at one direction, so that you don't miss out while you are with the people who are always making things happen. Because in our community, everybody wins. And that is the idea. And that is our goal. Now, what we use is a robot. And we use this amazing robot to trade the crypto financial market. And the beauty of this robot is that it has the capacity to give you profit when the market is going up. And it also has the capacity to give you profit when the market is going down. Meaning that the market is divided into two directions, which is the up and the down. And the robot is built in such a way that it can adapt in any of these directions and deliver on profit at will. So the reason for this training tonight is very simple. How do you understand it better so that you can be able to make the progress that you always see other people post as testimonies, including me? Sometimes there are testimonies that I will see, it will challenge me. Even as much as I'm doing, it will challenge me. Why? Because I have seen people taking their business to the climax, to a place of, it will be hard for you to believe that such a thing happens. But of course, while we are doing big things on our levels, we already know that there are people doing things on a higher level too. But the goal here is that you understand exactly how to use this robot. No matter the level you are, whether you are seeking for money to eat your breakfast in the morning, or the money to eat your lunch in the afternoon, or the money to eat dinner, that at any level you find yourself, or that you are driving a private jet, you own a private jet, or you have the biggest businesses in the whole world, that you can be able to thrive in this particular space. It's just that same idea that we are trying to communicate at any inch of this particular meeting we are holding. So what do you do? The trading space is not that complex, but it could be complex when you don't know how the market works or where the market is going. And that is why we drive joy when we had an understanding that a robot can trade this market for us, even when we don't know what is going on in the market. And that is exactly what we have used to win, and we continue winning in this particular space. How do you get this idea? How do you get to use this robot in such a way that you yourself can start to make progress? All you need is, first of all, download the robot. How do you download this robot? It's very easy. It's very, very easy. Now, when you go through our groups, where you might have, for those of us that this is your first time in our training, all you need is go back to the group where you happen to access the link to join this particular meeting. You will see link on how to register and download U-Trading. All you need is register and download U-Trading, and it will be clear in your phone. And once you have it in your phone, what do you need to do? You needed an exchange. A lot of people are skeptical about anything online. Why? Because people have lost money in the past, including me. I have lost a lot in different things that we did, but there is something we didn't get. And that is the exactly thing we try to help everyone being educated of. That is when an individual creates a business, they require people to put in money there for a higher return. Look at this. That is how you know scammers. When they create an environment where you have to put everything you have into that particular space, at the end of the day, they close up that environment. Look at why we found U-Trading and we found peace. Is that once you download the app, your money, your capital does not stay in the app. Where will you get or keep your capital? You need now an exchange. What is an exchange? When you come into crypto market in general, there are exchanges that you can use to trade this particular market, where you can buy crypto coins and where you can sell crypto coins. Now, this exchange, they have decentralized exchange and they have centralized exchanges. And most accessible exchanges is centralized exchanges. Why? Because on this exchange, it's very easy for you to perform your transactions. And in this class of these centralized exchanges, you can get the likes of Bybit Exchange. You can get Binance Exchange. You can get BitGet Exchange. You can get OKX Exchange. You can get Bitmart, KuCoin, MEX, Gate.io, HCS Global, Cranking Sports, Cranking Futures, Coinbase, and Bitfinex, BigX, and so on and so forth. Now, you may be asking, why are there so many exchanges? The reason is this. Crypto market is a decentralized environment. For that reason, your money is not meant to be held by a central individual, which means it was not meant to stay in one area, meaning that everybody can choose where their money can stay. And that is a mark of a business. And that is why every time we bring you this business, we help you to understand that you can take your future in your hand. So once you have downloaded an exchange like this, what do? You needed to connect this exchange. Now, of course, you can see SEX API, Centralized Exchange API, have already now been introduced to this particular trading as well. And this is excellent. You can see it. So how do you do that? Once you have downloaded an exchange, you just need to connect it to the robot. What is the idea of connecting an exchange to this robot? It's simply to have a smooth trading. That even when you don't have an idea on how to trade or analyze market by yourself and trade by yourself in some of these exchanges, you can use robot to execute your trade and you can make money even when you are sleeping. And that is the beauty of it. Because you can have a business, physical business, you can use this as well to raise capital. You can have a job, you can use this as well to raise additional income for yourself. You can have anything or so or such you are doing. You can use a business like this to do wonders with it. All you needed is to understand how it works. So once you have connected this particular robot, you can click on this authorization. It will connect you automatically, giving you trading permission to this your exchange, or you can follow through the normal. Now, when you click on the normal, it will come in this area where you happen to follow. If I click on this wallet thing up here, right up here, it will show you the place where you can follow the tutorial. A tutorial is simply a step-by-step guide on how to connect your API, all right? So you follow the step-by-step guide, depending on your location or where you are or the exchange that works best in your location, you can connect your API with ease. So once you have done connecting your API, then you can now trade with this robot and start making money for yourself. Now, how do you make the money? It's very, very simple. When I click on this particular market, you will see list of coins that are trading in the Bybit exchange that is connected to this robot. So it's my Bybit exchange that is connected to this robot. And all you needed is to understand clearly that I can use this particular robot and set up on these coins and I will make money. And I'm going to show you how to do exactly just that using different robots here. So when you look at this market, when these particular coins, you can see the number one on the list is Bitcoin, trading at $87,000. You can see the next on the list is Ethereum, trading at $2,935. You can see the third is Pavas. You can see the next one is SRP, Solana, Zoct, VOT, and now you can see AVNT, you can see MNT, you can see RV, you can see Ludo, you can see Avas, you can see NRCC, BNB, SU, you can see Alstar, Virtual, Dodge, and so on and so forth. You can see as many coins as possible. Now, all you needed is to understand how to set up this particular robot. Now, setting up the robot has different robots you can use to set up. And this robot offers you easy ways to leverage on this market. That is the idea. Now, the idea is to understand that you can use a robot to set up in this particular market and trade any of this coin and you make profit. That is the goal. And the simplicity is the thing for me. Now, look at this. When you look at this place, you can see the automated features, automated part of this particular robot. meaning that you can trade this market on autopilot. You can trade the spot market on autopilot, and you can trade the futures market on autopilot. And when you look at this place, you can see, of course, I have a trade running currently in an auto trade on Core Brain. So you can see AI Brain and you can see Core Brain. Now, Core Brain has proven to me to be one of a powerful tool that have the capacity to generate much profit for any user. All you need is just to understand how to do it, and it's very simple. So when you look at this, you can see the profit generated within less than 2 months. In less than 2 months, over $53,940. $53,940 in less than 2 months. This money it did not come from it came from where? From trading these coins. From trading these coins, you are seeing like this. Which in various trainings of we have been running, you see how the robot closes trade on profit on daily basis. So all you need is just to understand how to set it. Now I'm going to show you an example on how to do it. Now, if I click on this place, it will bring me to this place where it asks me, do I want to trade all coins or do I prefer to trade other type of coins? You can see different projects, which you can select, right? You can see different projects and different coins under them. You can select. Now, at this point, I'll just say all coins. I want to trade in all coins. I'll just click on next. So when I click on next, it now shows me on this part. I'll just click on next again. So when it brings me to this part, it now shows me the capacity of my robot and how many coins it can trade if I have such amount of capital. And of course, you can see with different TVIP, you have different, different capacity, different capital you can use to trade the Core Brain. But there is something about this. Now, if you look at this place, my boat with the capacity have average of what? 200 coins it can trade for me using this Core Brain automated. And the setup is just the whole thing for me. Very simple and easy. What do? You just on your stop loss. If you want to follow the stop loss that the robot will introduce, if anything goes wrong in your direction, then you can see the take profit. You can just change the take profit. I can decide to take profit at 10%, and I'll click on save. You can see take profit at 10%. Then I can choose to set my stop loss, right? And I'll just decide my stop loss. Maybe I can decide to accept the loss at 5%, or maybe at 2%, or at 12%, or at 1%, or whatever. So if the market goes against the robot at so percentage, the robot should close the profit or the market on that loss. Or you can follow suggested stop loss, which is around -8% to -11%. The robot have chances of, creating measures on that particular direction that you're taking. Now, that is a safety mode, I call them. In any legitimate trading environment, there is room for stop loss because you are not the owner of the market. But in as much as that, you watch the winning ratio of this robot and you can see the robot is performing excellently well. And all you need to do is to get your trading or your trading capacity or your trading VIP, which gives you more power to leverage. We have countless of strategies on different ways you can take advantage of this particular robot using these particular ideas, and you make massive profit. And once you are done with these few things that I just you just click on launch, and the robot will activate this trade on your behalf. Your trade will start running smoothly and excellently. That is just the beauty of it. So at this point, once you're done, you click on launch and the robot will run for you. And at any profit it generates, listen, this profit you see is simply a record here at the performance of this robot at so period of time. but the profit itself accumulate directly in my exchange. Why? In this my exchange lies the capital that I used to trade here. Are you seeing why this is different? So when you ask, how do I take profit? You close a robot here, and once you close all your robots here, the profit will reflect in your exchange, meaning that you can withdraw that profit and do whatever that you wish. That is how it works. That is how it works. Then you can use another idea of this particular robot called the synchro. And I'll throw a light on this just in a brief. A synchro trading is just an idea developed by these robots, by those who build this robot, that there are people who understand something faster than others. I know a lot of people that have taught my strategies, made a lot of progress, made a lot of money with my strategies. But you look at this, and that is why we have consistently taught on these things. But in as much as that, there are some persons who may not have, who might not grab something as fast as possible like others. That is why they develop this particular arm of the business, that you can copy your leader, your lead trader. So we have accounts doing very well, and we have features of this trading that is doing excellently well. And most of the time, you see us making $5,000, $6,000 under 24 hours, $2,000, $1,000, depending on how the market is on that very day. And you see the robot generating a lot of money. But look at this. You can follow the lead traders as well. All you need is just understand how to activate and subscribe for the lead trading. And you can copy automatically the trade of your leader. Meaning that when your leader makes money, you too will make money. It's a copy trade. It means that you are mirroring his trade. You are mirroring the trade of that your leader. That is just how it is. So all you need is very simple. So you understand how to register on to synchronize your trade, and you yourself can copy a trade. Now look at the idea. You can do many things with this robot, but while you are still learning, you can still also leverage on the synchro trading. You can still copy trade and make money while you're understanding other aspects of the business or aspect of the robot that have the capacity to make you profit. And I'm going to share a lot of things with you tonight. Then if I click on this signal, the signal gives you opportunities as well to have a better experience with this robot. What does this mean? The robot gives signals according to the indicators they have in the market that scans the market directions. They can provide you with an insight in different directions that you can trade that have the capacity to give you profit. The robot is built, dedicated for what? For trading specifically. So anybody can use the robot and make profit. And that is why you see different ways you can make use of this robot to make profit. So meaning that the robot can provide signals on a spot. You can see these are all spot signals. The robot can provide signals on long, meaning that all these are what? The long trade signals. Meaning that the robot can provide what? Can provide signals on short. All these trades here, they are all short signals. You can see it. All these trades here, they are all what? They're all short signals, right? And this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Meaning that you can copy a trade, you can trade a signal trade and you make money. A signal is something that someone who might have dedicated his time looked at the market and understand that a particular coin will go in this direction, and it gives you an idea to follow that particular coin in that direction that you will make money. And of course, people make a lot of money through signals. Then, when you come to this part, you can see this is a part where we have the manual robots. Now, this manual robot is called manual robots because you can introduce your kind of setting according to your understanding in this particular place. This is unlike the core brain. On core brain, you don't need to understand where the coin is going. That is not your business. The core brain, the robot introduces those coins by themselves. But look at this. When we got involved earlier on, there was nothing like core brain. But there was also other robots that were working perfectly fine. And I can assure you that when we make money, we don't just make money in one angle of the business. We use as many things as we understand that is working. And that is exactly what we pass on. That when you have understood how these things works, you can make progress with them as well. Now, when you look at this place, you can see this is AI DCA Pro on spot. You can use it to trade the spot market. This is AI DCA Pro on futures. You can use it to trade the futures market. This is Martingale Spot. You can use this Martingale to trade the Martingale future spot as well. You can use Martingale to trade the futures market as well. These are robots. These are the names of the robots. You can also use AI DCA on spot. You can use AI DCA Pro on futures. You can use AI DCA on futures as well. You can use AI Grid on spot. You can use AI Grid on futures. You can use DCA spot. You can use DCA futures. Now, when you look at this robot, they all talks about DCA or modularly. Only few robots here have a different name. Now, what is DCA? DCA simply stands for dollar cost average. What is the dollar cost average? The market nature is in such a way that the market goes from one price action to another price action. So when you dollar cost the market, it means you are buying at a particular price to make profit at a certain amount of price. Or when the market has gone in a different position, the robot can take advantage of that particular position and still position you to make more money using the price decline. This is smart. That is exactly the ideas of this robot. So how do you make use of this robot? I'm just going to give you details of few, and I'm going to proceed to the next thing. But look at this. You can use AI DCA Pro to trade the spot market. AI DCA Pro on spot to trade the spot market. Now, on the spot market, you only make money when market starts to go up. For example, now you buy this market when BTC was around 87,000. And BTC start to enter 90,000, 100,000, you will make profit. You will make profit. Excellent profit. Then, but if the market starts to go at 6,000, you will just be there. You will not make money. You will be on what we call floating loss. Floating loss means it's not a loss yet. It means that the market shifted from where it is that you bought it to a different price lower than where you bought it. So if the market starts up and supersede where you enter the market, it starts to enter profit. That is what the spot market is all about. So you can decide to trade the spot market. But look at this. Another way that I love this is that it is capital friendly. Why? Because if you don't have money, for example, you are that broke, you just saw this business, you want to just start it, you don't have enough money, just like some of us who were extremely broke when we got started in the first place. So you can start small. You can start small. So you can start with at least $30 or $50. But all you need to do is just understand how to play your game here, and you can make some good money using this spot trade to build your capital. Now, that does not mean that the spot market only welcomes those who have small capital. I know of people who are trading this particular spot market with around $10,000, $5,000, depending on your capacity. But the thing there, the punchline there is that it can accommodate as little as $30, and you don't have any excuse not to make money. That is the beauty of it. So at this point, you can select your coins. You can select your coins. Now, let me just pick my coins that I want to trade on spot. I'll just select these 4 and I'll click on next, right? I'll click on next. In my video I made, in the strategy I made, which is our private session, I made a recorded video, which I analyzed some of these things on how you can take advantage of the market using these particular robots. So when you look at this place, you can see, you can just decide to set up your trade, and you have determined how much you want to use to trade the coins. All you needed to do is just, introduce few parameters. You can see here, you want the robot to, pick the trade automatically, immediately. You want to buy twice. Now, all these details are in our settings, in our strategies. Then you can determine your take profit. You can set your take profit on down this place. You can now determine how you want the trade to run. Whether you want the robot to close the trade once and the robot will leave the market, or you want the robot to keep to sell the products that you bought and still buy on that position, even when you are not away, even when you are not there, according to your setups. And once the robot takes profit, you will see the profit in the profit gallery. And you also see it in your exchange. That is the beauty of the business. So, and once you have done setting up, all you need is just click on launch and the robot will enter the market and trade for you. Then, if I go down to this place, you can use the features as well. Now, the features is quite interesting and different than what you see on the on the spot. Why? Because of the directional movement. Now, I'll just try to select a few coins and I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about here. Now, if you look at this place, now some of the coins, the reason it's not picking is because some of the coins are trading for me already. All right. Some of the coins are trading for me already. Now, let's just make an example with this 3 or 4. And I'll click on this place. Now, the robots, the features robot on AIDCA Pro has a different feature. That feature is that it allows you to trade on a directional trade. Directional trade means the market is going long, you want to trade long. So meaning that if the market goes long, you will make money on long trade. The market is going short, meaning that if the market keeps going down, you will make money on a short trade. That is exactly the statement I made before I start this training. When the market surged to $126,000, we made a lot of profit. The market started to come down, and this particular, retracement, we started making money as well. It's the same thing that we are trying to communicate to everybody. Because the trading market, the futures market, gives you opportunity, and the robot is built in such a way that it accommodates these directional movements. Then, and you can see indicator direction. Now, indicator direction is a situation where you can launch 2 directions at the same time, meaning that you want the robot to pick profit for you when the market start going up. Or when the market start going down, the short trade will take profit for you. That is the beauty of it. Then you can also use what we call indicator direction, meaning that the robot can pick a particular direction for you at a time. If the market energy is long, it will activate long trades for you. If the market energy is short, it will activate short trades for you. And that is the beauty of this. So once you are done, you click on launch and the robot will enter the market and trade for you. You set your take profit as usual. Now, there are detailed videos on how to exactly go about this in details. And all you need to do is to understand how it works, understand the dynamics, and introduce your settings in a more minimal level. And boom, you start to generate profit for yourself. And once you are done with your setting, you just hit on launch and the robot will enter the market and trade these coins for you. Right? So you can see we have also martingale as well. Now you can use martingale spot. You can use martingale features. Now, any of this robot can work perfectly fine. But one thing I urge people is this. What we do here and when we showcase results, it's not that, no, this particular market is favoring only us. No, the market is the same with everybody, I can tell you. The only difference that may be for me and you is just the knowledge and my approach to the market, or maybe the kind of mindset I might have, or the understanding I have about the robot. But I can tell you that all of these things work together. And that is exactly the reason why when you decide to do this business, you are not left on your own. There are groups which you are meant to join, to be into. What are these groups for? These are our private mentorship groups, which in my own opinion, if you're not in that group, don't even dream of trading. Why? Because you needed knowledge and understanding. What is that knowledge and understanding? You need to understand exactly how these robots work. There are videos on AI DCA Pro on Spot. There are these videos on AI DCA only, which is DCA. There are videos on Martingale. There are videos on Cobrain, a systematic strategy on how to implement these robots, and you can do it on your own, even when nobody is guiding you. And most importantly, the recurring trainings that come to you 2 times a week, which is Tuesday and also Fridays. So on this part, you have opportunity to make massive progress as well. Now, the question is, how do you get involved in those groups? It is very simple. You don't pay money there. You don't pay a dime to join this group. All you needed is simply activate your robot. How do you activate your robot? There is what we call UGAS. UGAS is simply a fuel that the robot uses to trade. And here you can see there is one of $45, there is one of $95, there is one of $540, there's one of 1,700, 2,400, 3,750, or 7,000 UGAS. Now, on this 7,000 UGAS or thereabout, we only encourage you not to, if you want to get your UGAS, don't go for the one of $45. Why? Because it is a test boat UGAS. You will not be able to make the kind, you can't even trade with it. That is just to start with. Because why? The robot comes with what we call TVIP, trading speed. When I showed my co-brain robot, the account is trading on capacity 4, which is TVIP 4. And it has capacity to gather up to 200 coins. It can trade for me. In that manner is why we also help you to understand the things about the UGAS. It's simply like a fuel you put in your car before you drive it. It's simply like a data you put in your car, in your phone, before you use your phone for internet connections. It's simply that way. All you needed to do is very simple. Understand how to implement these strategies. But before you understand how to implement these strategies, you need to activate your UGAS. Now, UGAS, you can do the one, let's say you don't have money, you just want to test anyhow, at least you can start with the one of 95 USDT, $95, and you'll be given 10,000 UGAS. You can start with the one of 540. But when you start with the one of $95, you'll be added to our inner group mentorship. Our inner group mentorship. Our inner group mentorship is where you assess strategies that is also equivalent to the capacity of your robot. Meaning that with TVIP1, there are level of trades your robot cannot even carry. That is just it. But the bottom line there is that you are going to make profit, no matter the level you are. But of course, what we are here for is to make money. At first, when I started anyhow because I didn't have it. But when I started to see the potential, today I have up to 4 different accounts. 3 of them, one is in TVIP 6. The other 2 is TVIP 5. The only one on TVIP 4 is this one. And I have my reasons for that. I have my reasons for that, just personal reasons. But I can assure you that it is not funny. When you see some of the results, you are wondering, how are they doing it? All you needed to do is to understand how these things work. When we talk about UGAS is simply for the robot. It is not for me, because any coin you launch is going to take a percentage of that UGAS to run, to trade for you. It's just that is what it's meant for. So once you have gotten your UGAS, you have access to our groups where you can receive mentorships, strategies on how to set up the robot, and you use this robot in an effective way that will help you to make massive progress. It's just that way. Then you can get it. Once you get the gas of 540, you'll be added to our 10K group. Now, the 10K group is simply a group that out of the result and the information we have strategies that we have used over time to make at least over $10,000 in 30 days, within 30 days period. And because of that, these strategies are made available that you yourself can use it and make such kind of progress, which a lot of people have already done using these strategies. Then you can also get the gas of 1,700. When you get the gas of 1,700, you have a higher privilege. Look at how these things work. You will be added to the 10K group, but there is also a group called the Enterers Group. What is this Enterers Group? It's a group where you can choose not to trade, but you can also make money as a result of the other opportunities within this robot that does not necessarily require you to trade. That is why when we gather the kind of money we make in different areas, you may be wondering, how are they seeing this money? It's just the information we have that we are not yet exposed to. And that is why when you gain access to these particular groups, your eyes are open to something else. Then you can also get the gas of 2,400. You also gain access to the what? To the 10K group, Enterers Group, and you will gain access to what we call the Digin Group. Digin Group is a group where coins are being analyzed, and you are giving information about these coins that can pump, which you can use at least $10, $20, and take a shot on them. And you have the capacity of making a lot of money. It's just that simple. But you need to position yourself to a place where you have better information that have the capacity to give you more larger scale of making massive profit more than what you're doing right now. So when you look at these particular groups, how do you gain access to these things? Now, for example, for some of us that are trading with single trading, for example, you can do what we call, you can upgrade your SVIP. Now, SVIP, if I click on this place, try to refresh up so that, so if you click on this place, now you can see SVIP. What is SVIP? SVIP is simply, capacity of rank you can gain to be able to accommodate more trade in your copy trade. All these things are just natural. It's just there. This account, as you are seeing it, is trading on SVIP 6. If I show you right now, is on SVIP 6, which is the highest. So whatever we are doing, we're also doing the highest as well. We are not I'm not the owner of the robot. I understand how these things work, and I just position myself, and I don't quarrel with the profit that I make or the kind of profit that I make. That is just that simple. All you need is just position yourself with a good SVIP. You can do the SVIP 6, SVIP 5, SVIP 3, and you have capacity that can copy trade. And once you have a capital, you can copy trade and make profit. Then you can also take advantage of the SVIP, the CVIP. Now, what is a CVIP? CVIP is simply the kind of rank you needed to qualify in Enterers Group, which is at least CVIP 3. So when you get the gas of 1,700, you can also be given opportunity to join the CVIP 3 as well, but on the promo pack, which specifically I knew it. I knew the day our coach wrote to the management of this particular robot and pleaded with them. A lot of my community members can also take advantage of this arm of this business. Why not give them the opportunity as well by simply bringing down, at least giving a promo for people to benefit from? You see, and that was considered, and that's why we have enjoyed this promo for some time now. A lot of persons that achieved CVIP 3 achieved it because of this particular promo. And you can take advantage of it as well while it's still, of course, you can see a promotion countdown 9 days. Are you with me? So all you needed to do, you can get the CVIP 3, which qualifies you on the Enterers Group with at least 1,400 instead of 1,400, instead of 1,700. And you can see SVIP 4, CVIP 4 is $5,000. That is when you got to know the amount of promo that is done on this particular place, on this particular CVIP 3. That is just it. It means it will take you $5,000 to get CVIP 4 if you want to buy it. But you can do that with 1,400 on CVIP 3. And of course, the training for the batch 2 traders is still going on. and you can take advantage of it. And all you need to do is to make sure you position yourself well in the right way. Once you have subscribed, once you have gotten your UGAs, you reach out to our admins to add you to the groups where you can make money using the strategies made available for you. Either the 10K group or the inner group, any of the group where you qualified, you'll be added in this group and you start to take advantage of what is already being given to you. And of course, we have our personal mentorship Tuesday and also what? Fridays. Now, last but not the least is just a simple announcement. For those of us who might be new, who maybe this is your first or second training, we don't pay money to anybody to set up a trade for us or to add us in any group. The group is free of charge. The settings are free of charge. Once you have gotten your UGAs, you are qualified in this particular setting. Now, there were some issues where some persons, somebody will just chat you up and tell you, I am Boss Gideon or I am Boss Chibike. I want to help you set up your trade, but you need to put your money in you trading. Is a scammer. Block that person. Once that person chat you first, block that person. Our philosophy here is that you can only be the one to message yours first. Yes. So when you chat an admin and he did not respond, maybe one or two reasons, you can reach out to another admin. But at any which way, never you be convinced that someone chat you from nowhere, telling you I am Boss Gideon, using his picture or his whatever reason, telling you to put your money in you trading. That's also this thing, the setup will be done there. And once the setup are done, you will remove it and put it back in your exchange. Is a lie. That person is a thief. We don't do that here. Please, we want everybody to stay safe. We want everybody that joined this particular community to actually make progress as a result of what you have seen in the first place that made you come around. That is the standard in which we stand on. Please. So you don't just write to me on my DM and start telling me, somebody said this and that. I thought it was this person. I will not listen to you. Please just pay attention because we want your safety here. Let me tell you, these admins are paid. These admins are paid specifically to attend to you. We know that a money matter is very delicate, especially when you want to navigate your way in getting your UGAs and all these things. You can reach out to an admin to attend to you, to guide you on that. Don't assume you know it. Or even when you know it, you can consult them to be sure of what you're doing. They are strictly employed. If there is any other thing they are doing in this community, the primary goal they were employed is to be able to guide people, especially when they want to do transaction from sending your money. A lot of people who don't know what they're doing in trading space have lost money when they want to send money from another wallet to another wallet. Once you make that mistake, it is gone. And you can't blame anybody for it. That is why we employ these people so that they can be able to guide you. As you are stepping, you don't know much. They can walk you through and guide you to safely get your UGAs and you can start your trading. Why? We already have settings. We already have strategies. You can review them, you can be guided, and you can start trading and you can start making money. This is just beautiful. And anybody can take advantage of it. So all you need to do is to make sure that you are following us on our trainings and you are learning, you are making money. And with that, all I want from you is to send me your reports, your results, and show me your testimonies, and other people will be energized with it as well. Thank you very much, everybody. I love each and every one of you that always come to this amazing training tonight, and I believe you got value. I'll be welcoming back my coach, Boss Gideon, to actually round up this training for us this evening. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much. Boss, are you there? All right, so at this point, I believe our boss might not be there, but I will I will attend to a few trainings. And I will round up the meeting from there. All right. I will attend to a few questions. All right. Few questions. So if you have a question, you just send it up. Just we use the next 5 minutes and attend to these questions. And from there, we'll call it a day. All right. Somebody say, Coach, we cannot hear you. Is there at any point where you were not hearing me? All right. Somebody said I need the help on my synchro trading. Some are running, but some just took profit and they're waiting for condition. Okay. So you can send me a screenshot. Then I will just look at it and I will see what I can do with that. Okay. Right. Somebody said how much trading capital is required to trade Cobra with CVIP4. I believe the
Sorry,
Cobra
I
works
was
with
actually
CVIP.
trying to speak, Mr. Chibike, when you called me, but I noticed that my mic, I was not a co-host.
Oh,
So that is the reason why I couldn't speak, but I was trying to turn on my mic. All right, just go ahead and conclude the meeting. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to speak. I'll be able to, teach something. Go ahead and summarize the meeting.
right. Okay. Somebody said how much do I need to trade the Cobra with CVIP4? Which TVIP, Cobra works with TVIP. And I believe once you have up to CVIP4, you can also have TVIP4 as well. But now, when you look at that particular category, that box, you will see that there are different prices. And when you have TVIP4, you automatically on that particular TVIP4 level. But if your capital does not reach up to that amount that is there, you now know where your capital falling. Your capital can fall in, you can trade as little as 200 there. So you can have the speed, a robot that have a capacity to pick up to 200 trade based on the capacity of the speed, but you may not have the capital to carry all the trade. So you select the ones that your capital can cover. It's just that simple. And with time, you can raise more money and engage with higher volume as well. I believe this is quite understandable. All right, somebody said, how do I believe this particular question is those who are on End Traders Group, and I believe our coach is doing what is needed to do to help us understand how we can claim our global pool, which is on the nice circle that is going to be rounding up. I believe those who qualify for it will be, making something out of that, right? So that particular clarification will come to you on that particular group because that is where the information is meant to be going for, right? Because it's only those who qualify for it that can ask for it. All right. Somebody said, can $95 you guys expire in you trading? No. If you have it up to 3 months, no. Without trading, no. The you guys does not expire. You guys cannot reduce unless you are using it to trade, right? So that is just the beauty of the robot. So if you buy your Yugas and you are not ready yet to trade, it cannot expire. All right. Somebody say, how can I reach out to you? Please. You can reach out to me in all the groups. You can see my number as an admin. You can chat me up privately, right? And that's how you can reach me. Somebody said, good evening, coach. I base in Ivory Coast. I tried to register today, but they rejected the verification, sir. What are you using? Are you using iPhone or Android phone? So you can reach out to admin or you can reach out to us on our private DM, then we'll guide you and see how we can solve that particular niche. that particular glitch. Okay. So all you need to do is to make sure if you're using an iPhone, I believe it could be the reason. But if you're using an Android phone, then we might check if it is your location or whatever. But you should be able to download it. All right. You are new. You're welcome. All right. Somebody said I want to join the 10K group. All right. So I will check you in the group and I will approve your request. All right. If you have qualified for it. Somebody said, what is, thanks for your good work. What is the minimum amount for the sync trading? Now, when you come for sync trading, because of the robot will copy trades automatically, we recommend that at least you use a quite reasonable amount of money, like at least from 200 up, and you can copy a trade, all right? You can copy a trade. All right, so at this point, I'll be bringing this training to a close, and this is 11 minutes after 10. So I already said I'm new here, Mr. Chibike, but I want to start with trading capital with $30. Of course, you can start, and I already mentioned it before. So, all right, so all you need to do is to make sure you follow the right way of doing it, and you can be able to make massive progress. And when you need any information, you can just reach out to us. And of course, we have trainings as well that will help to address some challenges as well.